When it comes to propagating a default route in EIGRP, there's nothing quite as simple as the old default information originate command, but there's nothing real complex here either. We can either inject a static route into EIGRP via route redistribution, or we can indicate a default network with IP default network. That one can be a little bit of an art form sometimes, but we will definitely get it running. But first we're going to tackle creating a default static route and then propagating that. And what we're going to do is create a default route on router 1. We're using the same hub and spoke network as we have throughout the course. And we're going to use its fast Ethernet 0/0 interface as the exit interface at 2111/8. We're going to redistribute that then into EIGRP. So let's go ahead and get that up and rolling. And you thought you would never create another default static route. Come on, confess. All zeros, right? Whew, that's a lot of zeros. That's 10 zeros in one line. So now that we have this route, we need to redistribute it into EIGRP. And let's go ahead and tackle that right now. Again, we can take routes we've learned from a dynamic routing protocol, or we could take static routes, we could take connected routes, and here we're going to do redistribute static. And we need to give it a metric. And I'm just going to kind of pull one out of my ear here for EIGRP. And again, we have a full route redistribution section separate from this. So if you're a little fuzzy on the route redistribution commands, no problem. We're going to take care of that. But to illustrate how to do this, we have to do some route redistribution. So let's go ahead and go down to router 2 and see what the result is. And there it is. And again, it's marked as an external route because it was introduced to EIGRP via route redistribution. And it's got the little DEX right next to it, and an asterisk there between the D and the EX. So watch out for that, because we were so used to seeing the asterisk with what kind of route in our CCNA studies. We really only saw it with a static route. But here we're seeing it with a route that was redistributed into EIGRP. You see the next top IP address, and we could go ahead and ping 2111 from here. And we're gold. So that's one way to get the job done. We can also indicate a default network with IP default network. So before we do any of that, a little housekeeping first. Always a good idea during a lab. And again, I just used my up arrow to go through the commands, did a Control A to go to the front. And now that command is gone. And that should take care of the route down on router 2. Yep, and it's gone. So we're no longer seeing anything about a gateway of last resort being set as we did before, because this is what you want to see also. Gateway of last resort is, and it gives you the next hop to network, in this case 0000. So that's one way to do it. That's how to propagate a default route into EIGRP. The next way we're going to do it is by using the IP default network command, and that one may take us over the time limit. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here. When we start the next one, we'll pick up right here with IP default network.